Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 14 latest defense updates, that is combined information of 28th and 29th July. Number 1. Embarking on next generation conventional diesel submarine program under Project 76. In a significant advancement for India's naval capabilities, the DRDO has received authorization to commence the design of a NG conventional diesel submarine as part of Project 76. While comprehensive details of the program are still emerging, several key aspects have been confirmed, highlighting the ambitious scope and advanced technological integration envisioned for the new submarine. Next, IRST system to be integrated on BAE 125 aircraft for developmental testing. The Instruments Research and Development Establishment, that is IRDE, a premier laboratory of India's DRDO, has made a significant breakthrough with a new airborne search and track system. This indigenous system holds immense potential for enhancing the capabilities of Indian military aircraft. To evaluate the system's real-world performance, IRDE plans to integrate and test it on a leased British Aerospace, that is BAE 125 800A aircraft, also known as the Hawker. The system comprises two line replaceable units, a sensor head unit and a processing unit. These units will be strategically placed on the aircraft. Next, Shishumar sails on. The Indian Navy's fleet of Shishumar class submarines based on the German Type 209 design is set to continue serving the nation for years to come. German shipbuilder ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems has pledged its unwavering support in maintaining these vital vessels, even if the Indian Navy decides to extend their operational life for another 10 to 15 years. Next, Rawat model for India's fighter jet procurement to be revived. The late Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat emphasized the strategical necessity of purchasing 114 fighter jets for the Indian Air Force in smaller batches. This approach aims to mitigate the risk associated with technological obsolescence and the high procurement cost inherent in a single large-scale order. However, this method presents its own set of challenges, particularly concerning cost inflation over time due to material and manpower expenses. Next, BrahMos, a crucial deterrent for Philippines. Philippines Ambassador to India Josel F. Ignacio has underscored the pivotal role of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile in bolstering the Philippines' defense capabilities. In a recent statement, the ambassador emphasized that the acquisition of BrahMos significantly enhances the country's credible deterrence. Next, E-plane takes flight towards a new era of urban mobility. An Indian startup is poised to disrupt the drone industry with its innovative electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Incubated at IIT Madras, E-plane is developing a multi-copter drone capable of carrying both cargo and passengers, promising to revolutionize urban transportation. With a compact size of 3 into 3 meters, the E-plane can transport payloads of 35 to 50 kilograms, reaching altitudes of up to 400 feet and covering distance of 50 kilometers. Next, providing consultancy to build UAVs under $3 billion drone deal. As part of the $3.1 billion 31 MQ-9B Predator drone deal between India and the US, American side is proposing to provide consultancy to Indian entities for developing an indigenous advanced unmanned aerial vehicle. India and the US have been holding discussions for the drone deal for the last few years, under which the three services will get the 31 drones. Next, government scraps auction of 3 mineral blocks, including lithium. The government has scrapped the auction of 3 critical mineral blocks, including a lithium mine in Jammu and Kashmir, under the third tranche of sale of mines due to a lower than required number of bidders. The auction is a part of the government's push towards cleaner alternatives and self-reliance in critical mineral supplies. The 3 blocks are Salai, Hymna lithium, titanium and bauxite block in Jammu and Kashmir, Muksania, Gareriya Tola, Barwadi potash block in Jharkhand, and Kurujakulam graphite block in Tamil Nadu. Next, push for indigenous UAV data links. The Department of Defense Production has taken a significant step towards self-reliance in the crucial area of unmanned aerial vehicles with the announcement of the 5th positive indigenization list. This list prioritizes the local manufacture of critical equipment by the end of December 2027, specially targeting both UHF, that is ultra high frequency, and C-band data links are essential for communication between UAVs and their ground control stations. Indigenizing these ensure secure and reliable data transmission for UAV operations. Next, extension of lifespan of THD 1955 radar. Bharat Electronics Limited has achieved a significant milestone in India's defense sector by successfully upgrading the aging THD 1955 radar system. This technological advancement is a testament of the nation's growing self-reliance in defense technology, aligning perfectly with the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Next, proposal for third defense corridor in Assam. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has proposed the establishment of the third defense corridor in the country within Assam. This proposal was put forward to Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, who responded positively to the idea. Next, a clue to extraterrestrial life found in Ladakh. A groundbreaking discovery in the heart of India's cold desert could redefine the quest for extraterrestrial life. Scientists from the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleontological Sciences have unearthed magnet fossils, remnant of magnetic bacteria embedded within rock varnish layers of Ladakh. This remarkable find, detailed in the journal Planetary and Space Science, suggests that life can flourish in the most extreme conditions. Rock varnish, a dark mineral-rich coating on rocks, is commonly found in arid cold regions. While previously considered inorganic, this research indicates a significant biological component. Next, private satellite ground stations. In a significant move to bolster the country's burgeoning space sector, the India's National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre has granted permission to a domestic firm to establish a satellite ground station. This facility will be instrumental in tracking, communicating with and monitoring satellites. Next, ISRO NASA partners with Axiom Space to send one Gaganyatri to ISS soon. In a joint Gaganyaan mission, ISRO and NASA have partnered with US-based private space habitat company Axiom Space to send one Gaganyatri soon to the International Space Station. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said in a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Gaganyaan is India's first human space flight mission, slated for launch in 2025, aims to send a manned 3-day mission to space, which will orbit 400 km from Earth and will return. Thank you.